We are not ritualistic people. We do not only perform rituals, but there is a big meaning out of that. There are 16 prescribed reformatory activities. They are not rituals, but they are reformatory activities that one must undergo through his life until he drops dead. So this is the beginning. Now, when the child is born, Jata Sanskar is done. And now this is the second Sanskar that we will be performing. It's called Annaprashan. Why Anna and nothing else? Because Annad Bhavanti Bhutani Parjanyad Anna Sambhava. The whole cycle is there. The cycle will be understood, then we can be liberated immediately. Actually, Anna, through the Anna, the soul comes. So it is said that Anna is produced by Parjanyad Annaprussian. The subtle situation is that Parjanya means the rain. Rain is making possible Anna to come. All right? So, and Parjanya means the Yajna. Yagyat bhavati Parjanya. Yagyat bhavati Parjanya. Unless an act of sacrifice is done, rain will not come. Rain and act of sacrifice is very much important. What do you mean by act of sacrifice? Only Om Swaha and just put ghee? No. Act of sacrifice means yajna, and it is for the pleasure of Vishnu. The activity that are not contradictory is done for the pleasure of Vishnu. What is meant by contradicting? Sense gratification, abuse, and for sense gratification, making things like aerosols and other, they are contradictory things. They change the atmosphere. Even ozone layer has been depleted how many years back? 15, 20 years back. America banned aerosols, but they are available in India. Why? They want to make sure that, aerosols are responsible to change the atmosphere, so better ban here. But give it to other countries so we can make the business and we'll blame them. Right? So, but the cycle goes further. Yajna karma samudbhava. Act of sacrifice can be only possible through the activities. Then karma brahmodbhavam viddhi. The energy of work is the divine energy through the consciousness and ability to perform a coordinated effort, maybe controlled by the brain, whatever it is. But this is the cycle. Karma brahmodbhavam viddhi. The energy of performance of activities is coming through the divine source. Robots cannot do unless you put some electricity. But electricity would not come until there is water or rain. So like that. Everything is so much in linear fashion, one after another, that we have to understand. This is the second sanskar of Annaprashan, feeding the grains to the child. Because the body is made up of Anna. Up till now, the child was dependent only on non-grain origin food, mostly milk. So, milk is divinely supplied by the mothers. Cow as a mother. Milk is also called a liquid religion because it has all the good to be for the welfare of the people. It's a harmless thing, right? So everything of our sanskar is related, and they do not simply become ritual, but with all scientific sequential, that's called cycle of birth and death. Anna is playing a very important role. It's the same Anna which will be also generating Papa Purush. Means through the Anna, the kind of Anna which is cooked in 3 different modes of material nature, then Rajogun and Tamogun, such foods are to be avoided. Why? Because Papa Purusha will be, generated. And we are supposed to perform Ekadashi to eradicate the Papa Purusha. So austerities are given. At least Ekadashi must be performed. No grain should be utilized. Because after all, grains are necessary, but at the same time, grains may become the object of abuse. So like that. So Annaprashan is there, and exact at the time of eradicating the Papa Purush, that is also given. Perform Ekadashi. Do not eat before 18 hours of Anna. So when the day of Ekadashi begins, you have to shun off the grains. Why? Because they are responsible to make our bodily conception of life. We think we are the body, but we are not the bodies. We are spirit, soul. That is our original nature. And therefore we need to understand the scientific arrangement which has been done by the Supreme, and through the process which has been coming down from the ages. Western society was completely ignorant of all this, because far west you go, Muda, Anachar, they are living with the Papa Purush all the time. Eating, sleeping, mating and defending. Everywhere the Papa Purush will be involved. Why our nature is not aggressive? Why everything follows in that form. But it all starts from the Anna. Anna is required to maintain the body or to grow up to certain age, because there are 6 stages we are passing through. We are born, we grow up, we become mature, produce our byproduct, dwindles and disappear. That is the body. All right? But the soul is eternal. Right? So how to secure the soul and its conception throughout our life, we practice through the holy name. Right? So, Annad Bhavanti Bhutani. Anna must be given. We must see the children are well fed. And Anna may be consumed 80%. It occupies in our diet 80%. Right? Here they are trying to say, oh, it is very high carbohydrate, consumption in India. Where is the beef? There is a slogan here, where is the beef? But again, even they can't eat more than even, say, 20% of beef or protein and fat. 80% is still ruled by carbohydrates. So, this cycle is very important. The soul enters through the raindrops and goes in the anna. And we eat anna, it makes the body, means how the tissues are multiplying. Tissues are multiplying. Now they are making artificial meat by culture. You heard of that, right? But what is the substrate? The substrate is anna. Look in the petri dish. They are providing a substrate. So, the bodies are made through anna, but the bodies can be abused also. Krishna has provided this body, and human body is said to be a suitable boat to cross over the material sufferings. And the favorable wind in this time called Kali Yuga is the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Because of our conditioning by consumption of various kinds of anna, various kinds of anna. Why various kinds? Some are the substance is made in the mode of ignorance, some are made in the mode of passion, and some are made in mode of goodness. Why do we offer to Krishna? He is asking, that's why. But scientifically, yes, we have to keep in center that the preparation should be in the mode of goodness, plus it should be done with a sense of devotion and offer to Krishna first, because the process is taking us from mode of goodness to mode of transcendence. That is a higher mode. Sattva avalambi parasattvam vishuddha sattvam govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. We worship Govinda through at least mode of goodness. Our bodies can be made into mode of goodness, not in the passion. Animals also have the bodies, but their passion is arising only by nature's thing. Unless and until they are in heat, they do not abuse their bodies. So the idea is that even by nature's significance, but man has come in a very precarious situation. It is number 9th creation by Brahma, and it is explained in 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam by Maitreya Muni. It says, Arvak strotratu navamam kshattam eko vidondranam rajo adhika karma para dukkhecha sukhamanina. Arvak stotra means his stomach is upside down. Arvak means hanging. Just like a cucumber is hanging. Similarly, our stomachs are hanging. Why? Up to first 8 types of creation, Brahma made everybody's stomach or whatever is at horizontal level. They do not violate the natural laws. Up to 4-legged animals, they do not violate. But this Homo sapiens stood on 2 legs, means his stomach became upside down, not horizontal. Means it is not going to satisfy. Yes. If you put a bag of rice outside, some birds will take a little bit and fly away. If the goats are here, they will eat something more and then they will go away. But if you send a man, he will take the whole bag away. And still he will not be satisfied. That is the nature. The mode of passion never satisfies. Okay? So, in this way we see that Anna plays a very pivotal role. So whenever we consume, we must offer it to Krishna because it becomes transcendental mercy. And consuming that, we cultivate that kind of consciousness also. So in Krishna consciousness, we develop or we adapt certain scientific processes that have been proven. And we should explain that we are not ritualistic. We are performing this to remind us something which is very important. The grains are produced by rain, and the rain can be only produced by act of sacrifices. They are not accidental rains, because if we interfere, the water vaporization gets cooled in the upper atmosphere, then they can become cloud and they can be shifted by the energy of the wind, which is caused by the solar waves. So in this way, we worship even Surya Narayan for understanding that there is a role that he is playing on behalf of the Lord. So in this way we see Annaprashan is the beginning, and when you become old like me, probably you should avoid Anna altogether. But if we perform Ekadashi, we'll be accustomed to understand that Anna should be forbidden. It's not we are something, believers or this or that, but when we understand Krishna is the greatest scientist of the world, and it is his arrangement that we are still following the practices of 16 sanskaras, reformatory activities, all right? And here we are. But karma, brahmodbhavam viddhi, means it is, karma is generated from the energy of the Supreme Lord. It is not that you are willing to do karma, but where did you get the energy to perform? So it is all culmination into a very deep understanding that you go further. Brahmaksharam samudbhavam. Brahma is the sum total energy of the infallible Lord. That is Aksharam. Tattasmat sarvagatam Brahma nitya yagya pratishtitam. So representation of Brahman is always by performing the ritualistic performances, which is not only blind rituals, but very meaningful and understandable in the modern context of this society. So like that, so here we are performing a very important function. The growth of the body is now through Anna. Okay?
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Anybody has any question?